Do you enjoy chemistry and physics? Are you interested in earth sciences and natural resources? Do you have an entrepreneurial spirit? Then a career as a petroleum engineer may fuel your ambition. Petroleum engineers take part in exploring for and developing oil and gas resources. They work closely with oil field operating personnel and teams of geoscience professionals, such as geologists and geophysicists. Petroleum engineers apply principles of geology, mathematics, physics, chemistry, and engineering sciences to recovering petroleum and natural gas from reservoirs, such as oil sands and shale. In addition, petroleum engineers are involved in subsurface engineering activities such as different ways of storing greenhouse gases, hydrogen, and energy. We spoke to a petroleum engineer working in Alberta to get a closer look at this high-energy career.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I'm a petroleum engineer. Basically, a petroleum engineer applies science and math to solve problems in the oil and gas industry. Petroleum engineer has many sub-disciplines, so it could be reservoir, it could be production, facilities, completions, drilling. I'm a reservoir engineer. A reservoir engineer will manage the oil or gas reservoir and hands it off to a production engineer who looks after the drilling of the wells, the completing of the wells to produce that to surface. This role is a life cycle. It goes from drilling, completing the well, and then at the end will be the closure, which is the abandonment and reclamation.
What is particular of note here is...
A petroleum engineer works in different public companies, private companies, or you could work for mining industry, pipelines, service companies that support the oil and gas industry, even software. A typical day starts off with going through my calendar, reading my emails so that I can address the priority items. It is an office job. There'll be a lot of working on the computer and having meetings with people. Planning, addressing questions about the reservoir, even working on regulatory and non-compliances. And at the end of the day, what is there to do for the next day so that I'm ready for tomorrow.
And there will be a production?
In my role, I've done a myriad of duties. I have sized the reservoir, determining the oil in place, so we know how much petroleum that we can extract. We use various software. One of them would be reservoir simulation, to simulate the reservoir that we're managing. Another one would be a type of field data capture, so that we will get our daily or even real-time data from the field to the office. And then after that, we could plot it, see trends, see that it's meaningful to do a project. We then decide on where we want to drill our well. We have to get permission, so that would be a regulatory application to drill the well. Running economics, we want something that is technically feasible, but also that is within our means or resources to do that. When I get the opportunity to go to the field, one thing that I'm adamant about is that we go to the field with the proper PPE. So that would be your work boots, your hats, your coveralls, gloves, safety goggles, of course. Even things like earplugs, because it can be quite noisy.
So we made a first cut down here.
A strong petroleum engineer would need to be analytical, because there's a lot of data that comes in, and then be able to decipher through that and explain to someone physically what's happening. A key skill is communication, because we have to be able to convey a message properly so that insight is not lost. Another one I would say is to be curious. It's important to relearn and have an open mind so that we can see different perspectives. A petroleum engineer needs an engineering degree. And it could be a mechanical engineer degree, it could be a chemical engineer, industrial engineer. They're all suitable for a petroleum engineer. By training, I'm a mechanical engineer. Under Alberta's Engineering and Geoscience Professions Act, you must register as a member of the Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta to practice as a professional engineer or engage in the practice of engineering. With time, you could go to more of a senior role, towards a managerial role. You could go towards a consultant role, so you could do that as well.
We do have
a Society of Petroleum Engineers, and they are a great resource, especially for someone that is new coming in the industry. It allows you to partner up with a more senior engineer for mentorship. So that's something I do encourage the young engineers to be part of, to get involved. One of the most satisfying aspects of my job is seeing a task or a project to completion, seeing that something we do has meaning, it's real, and it could change the business.
To be naturally resourceful as a petroleum engineer, you'll need good communication and problem-solving skills. This career requires an aptitude for math, chemistry, and physics. An interest in data processing, automation, or artificial intelligence is also useful. If this sounds like you, why not hit the gas on a career as a petroleum engineer? Mine the depths of this occupation, including training requirements and salary ranges in the occupational profile on the ALICE website. While you're there, check out some related occupations, including geotechnical engineer, materials engineer, and mining engineer. Explore the possibilities. Go to alice.alberta.ca.